11:42 Israel Standard Time, Jerusalem time, 11:42 a.m. We are on Daf Yud Beis, Amud Beis, the Daf Yomi for April 20th of 2025, and it is Yom Rishon, first day of the week, 22 Nisan of 5785. The time is 11:42. Still a long minute. Okay. With the words Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Now it's 11:43. Wow, that felt like a longer minute than usual. Maybe it was. Okay, anyway. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Yehuda says, Rabbi Yehuda says, with regard to a cave, follow its entrance. If the entrance is inside the city, the status of the entire cave is that of part of the city, and one may partake of tithes in it. With regard to a tree, follow its boughs. The Braita that states that with regard to the second tithe in Jerusalem and cities of refuge, one follows the boughs, is in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Emor neshamit le Rabbi Yehuda gabi maser nechumra yikar b'chutz v'no b'pnim ki hechi dinofo lo matzi parik yikaro nami lo matzi prek yikaro b'pnim v'nofo l'chutz ki hechi dinofo lo matzi achir v'lo p'diyam b'ikaro nami lo matzi achir v'lo p'diyam. The Gemara rejects that explanation. Say that you heard Rabbi Yehuda express his opinion with regard to second tithe produce in a situation where his ruling is astringency, and in a case where the trunk of a tree is outside Jerusalem and its boughs are inside Jerusalem. Just as among its boughs one may not redeem second tithe produce, and he must partake of it in Jerusalem, so too at its trunk he may not redeem second tithe produce, even though it stands outside Jerusalem. So too, in a case where the trunk of a tree is inside and its boughs outside, there is a stringency, just as among its boughs one may not partake of second tithe produce without redemption, so too at its trunk he may not partake of second tithe produce without redemption, even though it stands inside Jerusalem. Ela gabi are miklat bishleme kare bechutz v'noho b'fnim ki heichel enovo l'matzi katele v'ikaro nami l'matzi katele ela ikaro b'fnim v'noho b'chutz ki heichel enovo matli katele v'ikaro nami matzi katele Ha gave kai. But with regard to cities of refuge, it may be otherwise. Granted, if its trunk is outside the boundary and its boughs are inside, just as among its boughs the blood redeemer may not kill the unintentional murderer, so too its trunk. He may not kill him, but if its trunk was inside and its boughs outside, one would say that just as among its boughs the blood redeemer may kill him, at its trunk he may also kill him. Isn't the unintentional murder standing inside the city of refuge? How could one say that it is permitted for the blood redeemer to kill him inside the city? Dun dun dun. Okay. Amar Rava said, Yikaro Kule Amalo Pligi Zolomatzikatil Kanofo Yachala Gobi Chitzim Uvitzrorot. The Kule Amalo Pligi Dematzikatile. Rava comes to answer this conundrum. Rava said that it can be explained as follows. In the case where its trunk is inside the boundary and the boughs are outside, and the unintentional murderer is standing at its trunk, everyone agrees the blood redeemer may not kill him. And Rabbi Yehuda said the trunk follows the boughs. He does not intend to include that case. If the murderer is standing among the boughs of the tree and the blood redeemer is able to kill him with arrows and pebbles, everyone, including the rabbis, agrees that the blood redeemer may kill him, as the bows are outside the city. Ki pligi, b'mehevi karo darga lenofo, mar savar havi karo darga lenofo, umar savar lo havi karo darga lenofo. When they disagree with regard to whether its trunk can become a step for its bows, enabling the blood redeemer to gain access to the unintentional murderer there. One sage, Rabbi Yehuda, holds its trunk can become a step for its bows. The blood redeemer may gain access to the bows extending outside the boundary and kill the unintentional murderer by climbing the trunk inside the city. It was in that context that Rabbi Yehuda says that the trunk follows the bows. And one sage, the rabbis, holds its trunk cannot become a step for its bows. Rav Ashi Amar. Rav Ashi comes in and says something about this. I'm not sure why I had to say that, but Rav Ashi Amar, my havi achar hanov, av achar hanov. We live pretty close to Har Nov. Rav Ashi said, what is the meaning of Yehuda's statement, follow its bows? It does not mean that the location of the bows is the only determining factor. Rather, it means that in addition to the trunk, follow the bows as well in a case where it is astringency. Therefore, with regard to a city of refuge, a tree whose trunk is inside the boundary and its bows extend beyond the boundary, the halachic status of the bows is the same as what it would be were they inside the boundary. And now the new Mishnah. The new Mishnah, we finished that Gemara. New Mishnah states, if an unintentional murderer exiled to a city of refuge, it's actually a city of refuge. City of refuge, that's also a really good gematria to know. City of refuge. Let's do this. City of refuge. 140. Oh yeah, I was walking to Pizza Maven. It's like a city of refuge. Going Makos, La Brea. It's all coming back. All the thoughts. Yeah. City of refuge, unintentionally killed a person in the same city. He's exiled from that neighborhood, or he resided to another neighborhood within that city. If a Levite who is a permanent resident, here's a good gematria. Okay, city of refuge has a numerical value of 140, and Pizza Maven in Los Angeles is at 140 North La Brea. It has been probably since 1983. That's for me, that's like my city of refuge. Every Monday, go in and get a slice. Noach, if you're out there, raising your shout out. That's a good way to do the daf. Yeah. A gematriatic daf. The age of the gematriatic daf. That's amazing. You know what? That's how we're going to daf from now on. City of refuge is 140. In English gematria. It's Esav. This is from Tohu. It's a whole different bechina. This is the mission that I cited right here. Harag ba'isa ir goyla mishkuna shkuna ben Levi gola me'ir le'ir. If an unintentional murderer exiles the city of refuge, unintentionally killed a person in the same city, he is exiled from that neighborhood where he resided to another neighborhood within that city. And if a Levite who was a permanent resident of a city of refuge and unintentionally killed a person, is exiled from that city to another city. And the Gemara now says, hold on, this is the age of the gematriatic daf. If you don't mind, guys, I gotta put this in here. The age of gematriatic Daf. It's called the Kabbalistic age of the gematriatic Daf. Kabbalistic age of the gematriatic Daf, or just age of the gematriatic Daf, or just the gematriatic Daf. I love this. Kagan. Tanu Rabban, now the Gemara. Tanu Rabban, the Rabban says, "Some to Hamakoin, some to Hamakoyach Hamakom, Bimkoim Kashenu, Sham Lamet Shahayu, Yisrael Megam, Lamed Valechem Megadin, the Machlan Levion." Gemara, apropos the halacha and the Mishnah, that a Levite is exiled from one city to another city. The Gemara cites that which the sages taught with regard to the verse, and one who did not lie in wait, and I will appoint for you a place where he may flee. Exodus 21:13. And I will appoint for you, God said to Moses, that there will be a place that provides refuge for unintentional murders already during your lifetime. A place, it will be from your place, meaning the Levite camp served as the place that provided refuge in the wilderness. Where may he flee? This teaches that Israel would exile unintentional murderers in the wilderness as well, before they entered the land. To where did they exile unintentional murderers when they were in the wilderness? They exiled them to the Levite camp. Wow, I never knew that. Mikan Amru, Ben Levi Shaharak, Goy Pelech Lebelech, Bimgola Levilcho, Pilko Golito, Amar Vacha Ravika, Maikra, Kibair Mikato, Yeshev Ir Shikatato Kibar. From here, the sages said a Levite who killed unintentionally is exiled from one district to another district, to a different Levite city in the other district. And if he was exiled to a city in his own district, he is admitted to the city in his district, which provides him with refuge. Rav Acha, the son of Ika, said, "What is the verse from which it is derived that a murderer who unintentionally killed in the city of refuge, where he was exiled, is exiled to another neighborhood in that same city?" It is derived from a verse, as it is stated, "For in his city of refuge he shall dwell." Numbers 35:28, indicating that it is a city in which he was already admitted, as the verse is referring to as his city, and he shall continue to reside there as well. And that does it for that. New Mishnah. Sagt der Heilige Mishnah, Geyoytze Boretzach, Shukololin Miklose, V'rao Anshe Ha'ir Lechamdoi. Yoymar Lohem Yoytze Ani, Amru Loi Afan Pichein. Similarly, in the case of a murderer who was exiled to a city of refuge, and the people of the city sought to honor him due to his prominence, he shall say to them, "I am a murderer." If the residents of the city say to him, "We are aware of your status, and nevertheless we wish to honor you," he may accept the honor from them, as it is stated, and this is the matter of the murderer, Deuteronomy 19, verse 4, from which it is derived that the murderer is required to say to them that he is a murderer. He is not required to tell them any more than that. That'll do it for this stuff. I should have been announcing this before, so if you made it this far, today is the 7th day of the Omer, Makos of Chesed.